What's going on, guys? It's JT here. I am going to show you guys how Always Hostile does the guild boss fight. Pretty much what we do every day. We sign on at the same time, 20 o'clock server time, and at about 19, almost at 20 o'clock or right at 20 o'clock, I'll do a ready check. Just like this, and say who all is here, press 1. And then once at least 15-20 people press 1, I will start the boss fight. And then we go from there. There we go. Normally everybody donates. To be in Always Hostile, it's 100 shards per day minimum, and if you don't donate, then we will remove you. And everybody's pretty good with that. We got a real solid group of guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this boss fight and show you guys how to stun train the boss as well. One good tip: anytime you're fighting the boss, it doesn't matter how high level your heroes are necessarily when doing boss damage, because if you keep getting killed and having to revive your heroes, then that's not a good team to fight the boss with. You want to gather up all your heroes. If you have nothing that has 5 of 5 or 4 or 5 rep to start with a stun, you want to gather up all your heavy blow hitters, and even if they're lower level. So if you have like 3 level 80s and then you have 2 level 40s, and the 2 level 40s both have heavy blows, sometimes it's worth subbing those in for 2 other level 80s. That way you can get more stuns on the boss, because the more the boss is stunned, the more damage you're going to get in. I mean, hands down. If he just keeps killing your guy and you have to revive, I mean, that's just a pain in the ass. And it's going to cost you a ton of gems too. So basically the way I do it is I start off with my druid. As soon as he gains aggro on my druid, I throw down my Thunder God, who is 5 of 5 rev, and then next comes down my champion, who has 4 of 5 rev, so the Thunder God will stun for a second and a half, and then right after his stun's up, that champion will come in with a 3-second stun. And then that's pretty much all I need to stun train the boss. But then I put the Mortep in there also, just for a little bit extra stun, because my Mortep actually has 5 of 5 heavy blow, and he has that 1-second stun, and he does pretty decent amount of damage himself. And the Cupid and the Pumpkin Duke are pretty much mandatory on anything in this game, in my opinion, but especially the boss fight, because it speeds up your attack, and the Cupid obviously gives all the heroes more energy just to create more stuns, which is pretty sweet. It stinks that the Pumpkin Duke and the Cupid are random rolls. I wish they had them. I wish they had all heroes available through shards, because I think any hero should be available to any person through a certain amount of shards. Make the Cupid, I don't know, I'd pay 25,000 shards for Cupid and Pumpkin Duke. I think that'd be pretty awesome if they did something like that. Golly, I cannot believe this boss is not dead yet. I need to get this thing killed. So just remember, anytime fighting the boss, if you haven't fought him before especially, it's important to get a stun on him. So if you have 4 or 5 or 5 of 5 revitalize on anything that stuns, like the Thunder God or Champion, it's good to use those heroes for sure. And after the boss fight, normally our guild donates. Oh wow, we got a bunch of donations coming in. And then about once every 3 days, we'll check in and see who didn't donate the 100 shards per day, and give them a warning. And if they don't respond to that warning and don't donate, then we'll just kick them out of the guild. And it's pretty easy to replace it's pretty easy to replace guild members. And now at least. Well, anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know a lot of people have been messaging me in game to post up a boss fight. So here it is. Anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Peace. Oh boy. Got him.